Vex Tarn presented the black vine roast with the gravity of a high priest offering sacrifice. The dark meat glistened with deadly intent. Her fork pierced the tender flesh. The alien sauce dripped like molten night. She brought the morsel to her lips, the scent of exotic spices curling into her nostrils. Vex Tarn's bulging eyes tracked every tiny movement. The neurotoxin would seize her nervous system within seconds. Premier Zelkes watched through the holofeed, his talons denting the armrests in anticipation. But Jennifer simply chewed, a slight raise of one eyebrow, the only disruption to her diplomatic poise.
Chef, this is lovely. The chili heat is surprisingly forward, but the vinegar could use a touch more aggression.
The silver tray crashed to the floor. Vex Tarn's mouth opened in a silent shriek of disbelief. The Usari assassins around the table exchanged panicked glances. The human was not dying. Instead, Jennifer Vance dabbed her lips and gave the chef a look of genuine appreciation. Something had gone terribly wrong, but this was no accident. 12 cycles earlier, in the sealed council chamber, the Ysari Premier had spoken words that sealed a human death.
The human negotiator, Jennifer Vance, must not leave our world alive. Her insight threatens our trade dominance.
The vote lit up the holographic panels. Green for death, green for death, green for death, green for death. Not a single red. They chose their instrument with equal care. Vex Tarn, master of the culinary kill arts, had never failed. The black vine roast was his masterpiece. The key was a rare spice, harvested from the black vines of the deep chasm. Every non-Isari who had tasted it had died in convulsive agony.
The spice sings to my fingers. Tonight, the galaxy will remember why the Isari are not to be trifled with.
He worked in ritual silence, each motion a prayer to the poison gods. The kitchen hummed with the heat of his conviction. When the roast emerged from the thermal oven, Vex Tarn strapped on his ceremonial poison vial harness. The vials clinked softly, symbols of his vocation. The finished dish steamed on a polished silver platter, dark sauce glistening, bioluminescent herbs arranged like a funeral crown. And so, burdened with centuries of lethal certainty, Vex Tarn had carried the tray into the banquet hall. Failure was not in his vocabulary. Until now, the banquet hall had frozen into a tableau of alien shock. Jennifer Vance took another bite, utterly unconcerned.
Honestly, the depth of flavor is remarkable. But in Louisiana, we'd say the chili to vinegar ratio needs adjustment.
Vex Tarn's mind clawed for purchase. She was critiquing the poison. His life's work reduced to a recipe quarrel.
Impossible. Every nerve in her body should be unraveling. The black vine spice is death, absolute.
Do you have any hot sauce? Something with a bit of bite to lift the marinade.
The word hot sauce passed through the alien translator like a curse. Several Isari dignitaries flinched on the private feed. Premier Zelkes gripped his seat. A thin crack split Dizay. A thin crack split the armrest. Vex Tarn's gloved hand trembled. A flake of green skin molted from his knuckle, the first sign of catastrophic stress. A human aide produced a familiar red bottle. Jennifer shook it with practiced ease, dousing the deadly roast.
Now that's what I am talking about. Perfection would be a little more vinegar, but this'll do nicely.
Jennifer set down her fork, a nostalgic smile curving her lips. The spice had triggered memories.
In Louisiana, we start kids on peppers before they walk. Carolina Reapers for breakfast. That's how we build taste.
The alien translator emitted a garbled squawk. It had no word for capsaicin. The molecule simply did not exist in Isari databases.
This is mild, truly. My tolerance starts where most species end. A bell pepper? Really?
Flashback, a young Jennifer, sweating but grinning, bit into a glowing red pepper at a backyard table. The Carolina Reaper, among Earth's most vicious fruits, had been her childhood trial of courage. Her grandmother laughed, claiming the heat would forge a spine of steel. Jennifer never stopped chasing that fire. Vex Tarn's skin flaked further. The word breakfast echoed in his mind like a death knell.
She treats my life's work as a condiment. The black vine spice is merely a seasoning to them.
The banquet dissolved into hushed chaos. The Asari officials huddled, their plans shattered by a human who found their poison bland. Within the hour, a sample of the black vine roast reached Earth's mobile analysis unit. The best xenobiochemists ran the molecular scan. The results landed with the force of a revelation. The primary neurotoxin compound matched capsaicin, identical in structure, functionally identical in effect.
So the deadliest weapon in their arsenal is the same stuff that makes my eyes water at a crawfish boil. That's rich.
The data confirmed her lifetime of heat tolerance was not mere luck, but a biological shield against what the Asari called certain death.
They tried to kill me with a pepper. Grandmama would laugh herself sick.
The Earth delegation saw a strategic opening. The black vine spice was a resource, not a threat.
We don't need to accuse them. Let's just make them an offer they can't refuse. 10 metric tons per quarter.
She knew the Asari would be horrified, but they would have no choice. Earth now held all the cards.
They wanted a dead negotiator. Instead, they're about to get a hot sauce empire.
The diplomatic gloves were off. Earth would turn a lethal plot into the greatest condiment deal in galactic history. Jennifer's next request was calm, but unexpected. She asked for a private word with the chef. Minutes later, Vex Tarn was ushered into a small antechamber. His molting hands still trembled.
Chef, your dish was extraordinary. Tell me about the black vine spice. Where does it grow? How do you harvest it?
You survived. The spice is death. It comes from the deepest caverns, its vines needing no light. We harvest by the glow of its own poison.
It's almost exactly like a plant from Earth. A chili, really. Your neurotoxin is our capsaicin, identical molecule.
Vex Tarn's face crumbled. The sacred poison he had devoted his life to was just a vegetable to them.
Earth could use this spice, Vex Tarn. Not as a weapon, as a flavor. Your life's work could be savored across the galaxy.
A condiment. My poison, a condiment. I am obsolete.
I need to know everything. Harvest cycles, yields, processing. This could be the start of something wonderful.
By the time she left the room, Jennifer had the spice's entire life cycle in her notes. Vex Tarn remained a shell. Later that evening, Premier Zelkas requested a formal holographic conference with the human delegation. His aides flanked him, whispering,
Envoy Vance, I must apologize for the earlier confusion. The black vine roast was intended as a test of human biological resilience, not a threat.
A test, of course. And here I thought it was just dinner. Your chef has remarkable talent.
Her smile did not reach her eyes. Every word from the Premier was a silk thread over a pit.
We merely wish to understand your species' extraordinary tolerance. We had no idea the spice would be palatable.
Palatable is an understatement. Earth might be interested in importing this spice. For culinary purposes, naturally.
The word import landed like a detonation. A Ysari military officer in the background stiffened hand drifting near his sidearm.
Import. That would require delicate negotiations. The black vine is a controlled substance under our security protocols.
Then let's negotiate. I am sure we can find terms that benefit both our peoples, unless there's a reason you'd prefer we don't.
The Premier's silence was concession enough. Formal trade talks would begin the next cycle. On Earth's terms, the next cycle, in a sterile conference chamber, Earth's delegation placed a single data chip on the table. The terms were simple.
10 metric tons of black vine spice per quarter shipped to Earth. In return, we won't mention the test to the Galactic Council.
The Premier's claws retracted. His advisors turned a sickly shade of green.
That is extortion. You would blackmail the Ysari Confederacy over a harmless meal.
Harmless. We have the Council vote recording. Every green light. It's not blackmail, Premier. It's a trade offer with a discount on silence.
Zelkas glanced at the hidden feeds. His government would dissolve if this leaked.
And if we refuse?
Then we leave. But we'll take the samples, and the data, and the story. You know how the Galactic News Corp loves a good assassination plot.
The Premier's head drooped. He would sign whatever they wanted. The Wasari had never lost a negotiation. Now, they had lost before it even began. The formal signing took place in a grand ceremonial hall, but the atmosphere was anything but celebratory.
Perhaps we could limit the initial shipment to 5 tons. Our harvest this cycle has been poor.
The agreement says 10, Premier. Unless you'd prefer we invite the Galactic Council to review your agricultural protocols.
7, then. That is all we can spare without endangering our own supply.
10. I've already arranged transport ships. They're in orbit now, waiting. The galaxy is watching, Premier.
Zell Kess pressed his seal to the document with a hand that would not stop shaking. The deal was done. Earth's diplomats maintained perfect composure, but behind their eyes, the celebration had already begun.
First shipment in 3 weeks. Let's see if they try to dilute it. We'll be ready with testing.
The Yusari delegation filed out in silence, their military officer casting one last venomous glare. But the news was already spreading. Earth had acquired the deadliest spice in the galaxy, and nobody would ever fear it again. 3 months later, the first shipment of black vine spice arrived at Earth's orbital processing station. The industrial fermenters hummed day and night. Bottles, labeled with a stylized Carolina Reaper, rolled off the line, filled with a glowing dark red liquid.
From assassination plot to condiment, the galaxy hasn't seen anything yet.
Jennifer Vance was named CEO of Earth's Fire Interstellar. Her diplomatic blazer traded for a sleek corporate suit. The product hit galactic shelves with unprecedented speed. Alien shoppers paused, curious then terrified at the glowing red bottles. The label read, Earth's Fire, Black Vine Original, Galaxy's Finest. Beneath it, a warning in 12 alien languages.
The Yusari must be losing their minds. Good. Let them stew.
On the Yusari homeworld, Premier Zell Kess watched the news feed of Earth's hot sauce launch in silence. His advisors could only stare.
They tried to kill me with a pepper. Now I am richer than their entire confederacy.
The Wasari had handed Earth a weapon. In human hands, it had become a feast. Vex Tarn now lived in shadows. His once revered kitchen was silent, the poison vials untouched.
I am the chef who failed to kill a human with a pepper. The galaxy laughs at my name.
Yusari news broadcasts ran footage of the hot sauce launch repeatedly, each cycle a fresh humiliation. The newscaster's voice trembled as she reported that the human company had already outsold Isari agriculture.
They have turned our sacred spice into a laughingstock. My leadership is questioned by the council.
His advisors murmured of a vote of no confidence. The Black Vine trade agreement was now a national disgrace. Alone in his dark chamber, Premier Zell Kess stared at a projection of the hot sauce bottle, its glow reflecting in his despairing eyes.
Perhaps I should do as the spice was intended. End my career with the same poison. But even that would be a joke now.
The Yusari public, once proud of their biochemical supremacy, now hurled insults at the chef who had brought them to this ruin. Humiliation had become their primary export, and Earth was buying it by the ton. The crisis ignited when a Yusari warship docked at a human trade hub for routine maintenance. The crew never made it to the repair bay. Inside the ship, the recycled air carried a faint, unfamiliar warmth. The captain ordered an atmosphere purge too late. The spice residue, harmless to humans, sent the Yusari crew into sensory overload. They fled the port without clearance. Within hours, Yusari Fleet Command issued a directive. No vessel shall dock at any port that handles Earth's fire products. Human ports were bustling hubs, the scent of spice a welcoming beacon. For the Wurceration Sari, it was a chemical attack they could not fight. A Yusari cruiser, already en route, aborted its approach. Engines flaring in panic as it veered away from the station.
Envoy Vance, this food product of yours has incapacitated our fleet. Cease production immediately, or we will consider economic sanctions.
Jennifer Vance read the formal demand on her office datapad. The threat of sanctions hung in the air like a joke.
They're trying to ban hot sauce. This is adorable.
Earth had a choice: surrender to Isari pressure, or double down on the condiment that was reshaping galactic trade. Jennifer Vance called her press team. Earth's reply would be public. and it would cut like a blade.
Earth's fire is a culinary tribute to Isari cultural heritage. We are honored to share their spice with the galaxy.
The statement repeated on every channel. Human ports erupted in laughter. Isari ones fell deathly silent.
A tribute that human is mocking us. This is an act of psychological warfare.
The Isari government demanded an immediate halt to all production. Earth ignored the transmission completely.
Then we demand a summit. You will face the Galactic Council and answer for this aggression.
A summit? Fine, I'll bring the hot sauce and the recording. Let's see who answers for what.
The Galactic Council agreed to mediate. An emergency summit was set on neutral station Concord, 1 cycle hence. In her office, Jennifer Vance added the sealed recording of the Isari Council vote to her briefing files. The diplomatic standoff had begun. For Earth, it was just another negotiation with a very spicy secret. The summit chamber on Concord Station was sterile and cold. The Isari delegation sat rigid, their leaders' eyes fixed on Jennifer Vance.
This so-called hot sauce is a biological contaminant. Earth must cease production or face comprehensive trade sanctions.
Sanctions? That's a bold move, Premier. Are you sure you want every detail of this dispute made public?
Her fingers traced the edge of the briefing folder. The sealed recording lay within.
We are here to discuss your product, not ancient history. Cease your threats.
Then, let's discuss the test you gave me, the black vine roast. How did you plan for me to fail it?
The Isari delegation collectively paled, their green skin turning a sickly gray.
That was a misunderstanding, a test of resilience, as we said, nothing more.
A misunderstanding. Then, you won't mind if I share my evidence with the Council. For clarity's sake.
The summit fell into a leaden silence. The Premier's face was a mask of horror. They had lost, and they knew it. Jennifer Vance opened the briefing folder and inserted a data chip into the chamber's holographic projector.
The human negotiator, Jennifer Vance, must not leave our world alive. Cease that recording. This is a closed session of the Isari Council.
Ignore him. Let the Council see the vote in full.
The holographic feed displayed the vote tally. Green light after green light, not a single vote opposed. Delegates from a dozen worlds stared at the evidence. The silence was shattered by a collective gasp.
This is fabricated, a human trick. I demand this summit be closed immediately.
Fabricated. We have the original Isari encryption keys. Would you like us to verify the source code?
Premier Zell Kess collapsed back into his chair, the fight draining from his limbs. His advisors stood frozen.
Now, about that hot sauce ban. We'll be keeping production running, and you'll keep shipping the spice.
Under the cold gaze of the Galactic Council, the Isari Premier signed a formal apology. His hand moved as if carving his own grave.
The Isari Confederacy regrets the misunderstanding. We reaffirm our commitment to the spice trade agreement.
Apology accepted. Earth's fire will continue to honor Isari culinary tradition. Cheers.
The broadcast cut to every corner of the galaxy. Headlines blared. Earth turns assassination attempt into condiment empire. Sales of Earth's fire exploded. The holographic trade map showed red tendrils reaching every major sector.
They tried to kill me. Now I am putting their spice on every table in the galaxy.
The hot sauce became more than a condiment. It was a symbol of human resilience, a weapon turned into a feast. Vex Tarn watched the broadcast from a grimy public terminal. His eyes, once full of pride, now held only emptiness. Jennifer Vance became a legend. The woman who asked for the recipe, then built an empire on her would-be assassin's poison. And the Isari? Their fleet still refuses to dock anywhere that smells warm. Some victories linger in the air. Across the galaxy, the hot sauce became a sensation. Some craved the heat, others fled its memory. On human colonies, children grew up dipping snacks in Earth's fire. The enemy's spice became comfort food. Holographic maps glowed red. Every sector imported the condiment that had once been a weapon.
They sent an assassin chef. I sent a product catalog. I am better at this.
Alien culinary schools offered courses in Isari spice fusion. The galaxy's palate had changed forever. The Isari fleet still refused to dock where the air felt warm. Their trauma was now diplomatic legend. Earth's influence spread, not through conquest, but through condiment, a new kind of soft power.
I asked for the recipe. Now I am releasing limited editions. The galaxy can't get enough.
At the annual diplomatic gala, Jennifer held court, a glass of wine in one hand, a hot sauce bottle in the other. She had turned assassination into appetizer, and the universe was hungry for more. The first, Earth's Fire Kitchen, opened on Neutral Station Nexus -9. The line stretched 3 levels deep. Alien customers winced, cried, and came back for more. The fire that had once killed non-Isari was now a culinary rite. Limited edition bottles with holographic labels sold out in minutes. Resale prices rivaled starship parts. Human hands dipped crusty bread into the dark sauce, a ritual of home now replicated in every sector.
We must outlaw the sale of this poison. The Isari people will not stand for it.
The Galactic Council laughed the proposal off the docket. The spice trade was now protected interstellar commerce.
The council named it Trade Item of the Decade. I sent them a case of the good stuff.
Earth and Isari, flags crossed behind the bottle in a ceremonial display. A weapon became a trophy.
They tried to end me with a meal. I turned it into a franchise.
The Isari had lost, not to armies but to a Louisiana palate and a woman who asked for seconds. In the silent kitchen that was once his temple, Vex Tarn recorded a final statement. His voice was hollow.
I was the assassin. I prepared the black vine roast to kill Envoy Vance. She turned death into flavor. Humanity humbled me.
He praised human adaptability, then asked for no forgiveness. The broadcast ended, and Vex Tarn was never seen again. Premier Zell Kess was summoned before the council and quietly stripped of his title. He offered no defense.
I acted for the Confederacy's future. Instead, I made us a laughingstock. Let my name be forgotten.
The new Isari leadership, pale and cautious, immediately sought to mend relations. They offered a public culinary exchange. The exchange was accepted, but the galaxy would never forget the Isari's original intent. Vex Tarn's kitchen gathered dust. His poison vials remained untouched, relics of a darker ambition. The assassin had become the hot sauce's most tragic endorser. His confession only fueled the legend. But in the end, the Isari paid in spice and shame, and the human who asked for seconds never stopped smiling. A year after the summit, Earth's Fire Interstellar announced the first galactic culinary challenge. The grand prize, a lifetime supply of the sauce. Chefs from 100 species arrived on the neutral station, each bearing their own interpretation of the black vine spice. The mandatory secret ingredient was the original hot sauce. Some contestants wept as they cooked. Others wore protective gear. Jennifer Vance took her seat at the judging panel, a glass of wine already in hand.
The final dish, black vine roast, human twist. I want to taste it.
The winning chef, a young human from a colony world, had marinated the meat in the hot sauce for 3 days.
This is perfect. The vinegar balance, the heat, it reminds me of home.
The galaxy watched. The moment became a symbol. The poison that was meant to kill had united them all in flavor. The competition became an annual tradition, and the hot sauce a permanent fixture of galactic culture. And so, from a dinner that should have been a grave, came a feast that would never end. The annual gala was in full swing. Holographic lights casting rainbows across the celebration. Jennifer Vance, now a permanent fixture in these circles, moved with the ease of a woman who had conquered a galaxy with a fork.
Every year I look for him. Every year he's somewhere in the shadows.
And there he was, Vex Tarn, in a simple server's uniform, his green skin now a dull gray, carrying a tray of drinks. Their eyes met across the room. Time stopped for a heartbeat. Jennifer raised her glass silently, a small smile that held no triumph, only a shared history. Vex Tarn's large eyes, once filled with pride and later despair, now held a quiet acknowledgement. He gave the barest nod. Then he turned away, disappearing into the crowd, a ghost of a broken profession.
We both made something out of that night. He just made it differently.
She took a sip of her wine, the taste of Earth's fire lingering on her tongue, and rejoined the celebration. And so the galaxy learned a strange new lesson. Humans do not fear poison. They ask for the recipe. Jennifer Vance, the diplomat who turned a death sentence into a dinner cruise, never looked back. The black vine spice, once a weapon of assassination, now graced every table from the core worlds to the outer rim. Vex Tarn vanished into the quiet corners of the universe, but his creation lived on, redefined. Some said it was luck, others a quirk of biology. But those who knew Jennifer understood the truth. She was just too stubborn to die and too curious to waste good flavor. In the end, the deadliest poison became just another condiment, a reminder that what is deadly to one may be seasoning to another. The bottle sits now in museums and kitchens alike. A symbol of the day humanity taught the galaxy to read the fine print on the menu: fade to black, with only the distant, lingering scent of spice